G'day folks, it's Phil from 50-Minute Guitar Practice with a mind-bending metronome trick. Now if you're playing with a metronome, good for you. I know it's long, slog, I know it's boring, but you will look back on this time you worked with a metronome and thank yourself that you put in the hours. This is a thing I give to my students, and some of the students have reported to be mind-bending. I don't know if you will think it is, but here's what we do. We'll set up a metronome click, and I'll demonstrate this just with clicking my fingers to begin with, and then we'll take it onto a guitar and a proper click, and you can see how you feel about it. Now most people, when they practice with their metronome, they'll set it to a particular BPM, and basically they will associate each click with a number. Let's say they're doing quarter notes, so they're going, and each one, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, where each one of the clicks is assigned a number, right? And the spaces in between those clicks are the and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, you get it, right? Most people, when they do a practice, they will count themselves off, give themselves a count 4, and then come in on the 1 and play whatever it is they're going to play. Now for this example, when we get to guitar, I'm going to use a walking blues bass line to demonstrate. But before we move to the guitar, this is what I give my students to do, just with their mouths and with their fingers, just verbally, just mentally trying to get a handle on it. What we're going to do is we're going to start with that click, and each click we count one number, and the space in between the clicks is the and. Next, we're going to shift and make each one of those clicks the and the space in between the number. Thirdly, we're going to emphasize the 1. So we're going to start counting with just the ands and then add in the numbers and then emphasize the 1. And what you'll find is there's this kind of shift in feel, because generally speaking, if you're practicing and you start on the 1 and your metronome is starting with the click on the 1, it feels very metronomic, which is, I guess, obvious, right? But a more groovy, kind of swingy, more natural feel is to have the clicks doing the ands and everything being slightly shifted. So the metronome's playing the backbeat essentially. Lots of talking, probably don't understand any of that, but let me just show you what I mean. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Did you feel the shift? It's usually when you emphasize that 1, once you emphasize that 1, then it starts to swing. Let's try it one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and add in the numbers, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. See? I don't know if that was mind-bending for you, but some of my students have gone, whoa! It's just, we've just shifted a little bit on the rhythmic grid. So you can do that. Try that now. If you can get that now with just your fingers and your voice, then cool. Let's move on to stage 2, which is get a real click and a real instrument and do the same thing. Let's do it. Okay, we've got a guitar. We're going to play a walking blues bass line. And here's what you're probably doing already, starting on the 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now we're going to go and 1 and and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Okay, so that's it. It's not anything major, but my students, some of them have said it kind of blew their mind the first time they had to make that shift. Let me know how you get on. Is it mind-bending as they report, or is it something that you are pretty easily switching in between? I'd be keen to know. So drop a comment below, and if you like to hear more from me, then please subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified when I get my act together to make another video. Alright, this is Phil from 15 Minute Guitar Practice saying bye for now. Cheers.